G'day folks, Jim Langan's here from FX Charts with a currency outlook for the Finance News Network for Friday the 2nd of November. Well, sentiment improved mildly today after improved data from both China and the US. That gave equities a good boost. The S&P closed up 1%, a bit over 1%, and the risk-related currencies were fairly firm on the back of that. Overall, though, it's been another pretty much a range-bound session ahead of the non-farm payroll data due later on today, where expectations are for an increase of 125,000 jobs. So we've got the euro locked in between 129 and 130, where it's been most of the week. It's currently at 129.40. Dollar yen's a little bit higher. That's at 80.15. There was a bit of a move out of the yen as risk sentiment improved, and there was less demand for safe haven currencies. Cable was at 161.20. It got up to 161.80 at one stage after a CBI report looking at or projecting a slightly improved economy next year, but it didn't maintain its gains, and it's back at 161.20, just above its lows of the day. And dollar Swiss is doing very little at 93.15. The Aussie sitting at 104, and the Kiwi at 82.60. They're both a bit stronger today. The Aussies so far failed to overcome the sellers at 104, 104.10 area, but if it does, we're going to see a bit of acceleration towards 104.40, I think. And the Kiwi that broke resistance at 82.30. Saw good buying out of Europe and the States, and it's been up to 82.80 and is just consolidating its gains below the highs. Today it looks as though it's going to be a fairly quiet session ahead of the data later on. We do get the BOJ minutes today. That might provoke a little bit of interest in the yen. And then later we've got the European PMI data. But really all the focus is going to be on the non-farm payrolls, and I don't see an awful lot really happening until then. So that's really about it today. If you do want a more comprehensive outlook on the market, go to the website as usual, www.fxcharts.com.au. And that aside, please just remember that any outlook mentioned here is a personal view only and not intended to be used as trading advice. So that's all for this week. Have a very good weekend, and we'll talk to you on Monday. Cheers.